City dazzled in the second half to see off the Shrimps. It leads us to ask, can the balls be taken to market by Steve Tilson's Imps? Welcome to City Slickers. Hello, I'm Sports Editor John Pakey, and joining me here on City Slickers this week is our Lincoln City writer Leigh Curtis. We'll be looking ahead to the game against Hereford, and we'll be catching up with Lincoln City manager Steve Tilson, goalkeeper Joe Anyon and striker Ben Hutchinson. Okay, Leigh, it was a fantastic second half performance against Morecambe. Can I take that performance on to Hereford?
I would like to think so. I thought they were terrific in the second half. Pretty much agree with Steve Tilson's assessment of the game. For the first 45 minutes were not the best. Obviously had to get into them at half time, but obviously the impact that I had, was clearly noticeable. Came out a different team, got an early goal. And from then on there was only going to be one winner, and that's how it proved. And I just hope the players now start to have this belief that, as Joe Anyon alluded to yesterday, that they have this belief that they can now win games. And they've done it the hard way, but there probably is no better way to do it in terms of building your confidence. Yeah,
I mean, what was the difference? Why so poor in the first half? Why so good in the second?
There just seems to be a common theme of Lincoln starting really sluggishly in certain games this season. I think they've conceded quite a few goals in the opening 10 minutes. Now, I don't know why that is, but obviously, as Mr. Carriel said this week, you can't keep giving yourself uphill mountains to climb, by conceding goals so early on. But I just felt that, Steve obviously got stuck into him at half-time last Saturday. I think he knew that they could get a result against Morecambe. They weren't the best defensively, and it just needed to show a bit of confidence and a bit more oomph, really, and that's what happened. And they got the just rewards.
Okay, well, certainly hoping for a bit more oomph in their performance tomorrow. Steve Tilson, he joins us now.
Early goal really help us. It just gives the lads that confidence to go on and win the game. But like I say, it's important we get a good start, because we haven't started well in probably the last couple of games, and it's important to get a good start Saturday.
Steve Tilson there. So, Leigh, changes tomorrow?
Well, I think they're obviously going to be, because I think some are going to be enforced. Obviously, there's no Moses Swaibu. He's suspended after picking up his fifth yellow card last weekend. By all accounts, Adam Watts has trained well this week, and he's come back from an Achilles injury. I spoke to the physio midweek. We were told that it may be touch and go, and they were going to take each day as it comes. It may be a cliche, but obviously I think with Achilles injuries you have to play it like that. They can get rather sore. But he trained yesterday. I think he'll be ready and fit for tomorrow. Obviously Luke Howell's not going to be around. I mean, I thought it was a terrible challenge last Saturday. Horrific, really. In a year that's been dominated by a lot of debate about bad challenges. How it went unpunished, I don't know. I think you could tell by the gash in his ankle just how serious it was. And he was rather fortunate not to break his leg, but he'll be missing. So I imagine Clark Kelty will come back into the side. And having spoken to him this week, it's clear that he was immensely disappointed with himself for getting sent off against Nuneaton. Hopefully now he will come back roaring and deliver a great performance tomorrow.
Excellent stuff. Okay, well this week we also caught up with Joe Anyon, but first here's Ben Hutchinson.
I definitely care. I think I play with a lot of passion, and I hate losing, and I hate. There's a lot of things that I get frustrated on the pitch quite easily, and obviously all the boys know me now and know me well enough to just brush it aside, and I'll speak to them like I speak to you, So I try and play with a smile on my face, but I do get frustrated pretty easily. But yeah, I'm passionate and I hate losing.
I think everyone's different though, Chris Sutton and Ian Pace, they were more, the gaffer than Chris Sutton. He didn't really, hands on. It was more Pacey who spoke to the lads, and Pacey's a great guy, and the lads wanted to speak to him and stuff like that. Now it's like you've got Brushy and the gaffer, and you can both go to them, both of them, and they want to know what's going on there, in and around it. And obviously, like I said, we're staying longer and we're training harder, and it's showing.
Joe Anyon there. So Leigh, it's prediction time. What are you fancying this week?
Well, I just think Lincoln have got a bit of momentum about them. I think tomorrow actually has got the makings of a terrific game. Hereford arrive here unbeaten in the last 7 games. I don't think it will be a procession as what people are predicting. I think it will be hard fought. I think it will be very, very tough from the first whistle. but I just feel that Lincoln may just have the edge with us, certainly with the last week's performance behind them. I'm going to go for a hard-fought 1-0 win.
Okay, well I'm feeling a bit more adventurous and going for a 2-0 win. Okay, now if you're not going to the Imps tomorrow, I don't know why not, because there's a £5 ticket voucher in the Echo tomorrow. All you need to do is just snip this out, fill it in, go up to the homestand gate and you can get in for £5. That's a great deal, isn't it, Leigh?
Fantastic.
Excellent stuff. And even if you're not going to take that up, don't worry. Chris Brammer's going to be in the Big Match Live hot seat on www.thisislincolnshire.co.uk/sport from around 2:30, so you can log on to that and get all the news. But why even wait? Why worry about that? £5, come on, it's a great deal. Okay, so thanks very much. Hopefully you can join us online.
And don't forget, you can read the reaction from Saturday's game in Monday's newspaper, price 38p.
And so then, cheers.
Cheers.
£5.